Danny DeVito is, without a doubt, a national treasure that must be protected at all costs. It doesn't matter when you grew up, there's something he's been in that shaped your childhood. But despite the joy he's brought to millions, there's a lot of tragedy in his past. Danny DeVito was just 19 years old when he left his hometown of Asbury Park, New Jersey, and headed to New York City to try to make it as an actor. We all know that Danny DeVito did make it, but up until then, life hadn't been so great. Danny DeVito's mother was 40 when he was born, and she was already the mother of 2 teenage girls by the time he came along. According to Rolling Stone, she said of her youngest, quote, "I didn't want him, but I'm so proud of him." By the time he was a teenager, DeVito wanted out of the house. It wasn't just because heroin was turning his neighborhood into a scary place, it was because alcoholism was turning his home into an even more frightening one. "My father had a drinking problem and was sick in that way, and my father was a sweet man during the day, but as soon as he had a drink, he went off the deep end. I felt vulnerable." When Danny DeVito was just 14, he convinced his parents to send him away to a Catholic boarding school because of concerns that are very heavy for a young teenager. He told The Guardian that while his family was far from well off, there were plenty of others in the neighborhood who were even poorer, and he was seeing them go down the road that led to drugs and addiction. That, coupled with his father's alcohol abuse, he told Rolling Stone, was why he opted to get out of town and away from all the dangers while he could.
7 years as an altar boy. Did you whack the stuff? Did you go in the back and get the wine?
I never did that.
You never did that?
No.
That's what started me off.
At a glance, it's Danny DeVito's diminutive 4'10" height that makes him stand out in any role. He said to the Archive of American Television, "Well, every character I've ever played has been my size. I think it's an asset. I think it's kind of what you make it, in the way you are, the way you feel." At the same time, though, he went on to say that there were restrictions. It was difficult to be in films opposite tall actors and actresses, unless it's a film like Twins, where he played Arnold Schwarzenegger's twin brother. And that's okay for a pretty sad reason. He said, "Because that's the joke. The joke is that we're twins. He supposedly got all the good genes and I got the crappy ones. It turns out I got all the smart genes and he got the stupid ones."
Huh? Come again?
My name is Julius, and I'm your twin brother.
Danny DeVito isn't just short. According to Yahoo News, he is being diagnosed with Fairbanks disease, or multiple emphyseal dysplasia. It's a genetic condition that is characterized by short stature and can also lead to joint pain, arthritis, and misalignment of the hips, ankles, and knees. Danny DeVito has played a lot of despicable characters, but in real life, he's very in tune to the prejudice and abuse that others face, especially women. He told The Guardian that he credited growing up with and being close to his 2 older sisters, who he describes as really tough broads, for giving him a comfortable respect for women. "I'm very friendly with women. I feel comfortable around them. They were always in my house, my sisters, their girlfriends. I felt like I could sit down and talk to a woman." Danny DeVito also said that he's had numerous conversations about the Me Too movement and had this to say, "What I come away with is 4 words. Women must be heard. We're all suffragettes. We got to get women equal pay. We got to get them on the map. We got to respect them." Danny DeVito's father passed away in 1984, and in 2012, Danny wrote a moving tribute for Father's Day. He remembered that his dad had made the jump from owning a business to working from home, becoming a bookie who took bets on horse racing. For DeVito, it was incredible. "I loved it. I could see him whenever I wanted. If you have a father who wants to spend time with you, which mine did, then you're really fortunate. I owe a great deal to my father in terms of him always being there." He credits his father for teaching him to always be prepared no matter where he was going. He talks about, quote, "that rush of being with your dad, of going to the movies together, of going fishing." He said, "I still miss him. There's that emptiness that you have to take with you, but that's part of being human." Sadly, DeVito also adds that his father never got to meet his grandchildren. He passed away just after he saw his son get married. They may not have had the easiest relationship, but they clearly loved each other, and there's no expiration date on grief. In 2012, one of Hollywood's great long-lasting marriages came to an end. Rhea Perlman and Danny DeVito were done. There was a ton of speculation about the cause, and regardless of what went on behind closed doors, a 2013 interview with The Guardian showed just how broken up Danny was. Rhea and me, we're going okay. We're still good buddies. We talk all the time. We're okay." However, the interviewer then described DeVito as losing, quote, "a little of his pluck and reaching out for a big, long hug." As of 2019, the couple was still separated, though not divorced.
Danny and I have always loved each other, and we have 3 amazing children together, and we really agree on almost everything important.
She went on to say to People, "It was a hard transition, but everything smoothed out. Everybody's got a good relationship with Danny and with me and each other. That's all we care about." And as for DeVito, he told People, quote, "We're friends. We're happy. Everybody's happy. Relationships are complicated, even the ones that seem like they'll last forever." Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more grunge videos about your favorite stars are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.